All right, we live. Yeah, press that go live button.
Yep.
hmm Every time I get on the gram to go live, it's always some bad bitch. Like, share it to your friends. You know you like what you. I'll be like, oh my god, I do. Focus, nigga, focus. My bad, my bad, my bad, my bad.
I cannot. Let's see. Let's see.
All right. Put this on my watch later so I can share this to everybody. Everybody, 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 everybody.
Hey guys, whether you're joining us live or you're a future viewer,
Watch us yawn for the next 25 minutes.
that's
Eh?
facts. Because what the hell, yeah.
Yo. I,
Anybody else just tired?
I feel like some of this is like the world on some bullshit, and we just feel the of it.
Really?
I'm dead ass. That's actually some of what I wanted to discuss in that check-in. Like, bruh, um, it'd be a lot. It'd be a lot. It'd be a lot.
I can imagine so.
But like, oh, this is a bad angle. My bad. Um, I feel like what happens is, um, so I believe in all of the comedic principles by Thoth, later called Hermes. So some people call it the Hermetic principles, but it's really a lot more. Anyway, so one of them is called as above, so below, so within, so without.
As in heaven, so on earth.
So I wholeheartedly believe what happens on Earth, like in its totality, has an effect on us. And I feel like some more than others, but I feel like that's a lot of what's going on now. And I ain't gonna hold y'all. I was tired, boss. I'm tired. And like when I was on the phone with you, Ray, I told I was in. I picked up my cousin. I bumped into her, and I took her to her mom or whatever. And when I went to drop her on the way, we was waiting for her mom to show up, and we was talking. And we were talking about the same shit me and you be talking about, same thing we were talking about with Amina and Antoinette, all my other friends. Like, yo, why don't we just get out dead ass, get a plot of land and like we out of here? Like, fuck, I'm tired of this shit. And she was on the same wave, and she was like, yo, I gotta get up out of here, man. And I was like, yo, I ain't gonna hold you. I was talking about like plots of land and stuff like that, and I was just um, like what we doing now, it
Yeah.
ain't it. It just ain't it. And I
Uh,
was like, and then I was telling her like, I don't care who you like in this election. Is I see the end there, and I've been saying this for a long. I've been saying this for a while. I think I've been saying this like 2018, 2019. I was saying 2030, but I don't think we got that long. I think we got to whoever's the president. I think we got to when that's over, and that's it. And we got to figure something the fuck out. And I'm like, if we don't have groups of people together
mm-hmm.
that was pointing out little plots of land, little backyards. I'm like, how come he not growing fruits and veggies back there? How come she don't have peppers and shit back there?
I
Like,
literally had this conversation with my brother
bruh.
on Monday.
Yeah, so I was just like, yo, like I feel like if we don't get on that type of, and then she was just like, because I was talking about Jewish people and the Hasidic Jews who like they have their own communities, and I often envy them. And I was saying like, how come we not? And she was like, how come we not doing this and that? And I was like, 'cause we don't trust one another and all this other shit. And I was just like, at the end of the day, I said I can say that, but if people don't trust people in general, I'm like, we got to stop using it as an excuse because I know I can get six people to do some shit. Let's put our bread together and get this land. Okay. Let's get land big enough that we could buy or we build a couple of tiny homes the size of the apartments we live in now. Okay, I know that we could do that. Y'all number one. Is that number one? But did I
That's
yawn?
a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real thing. So I'm just like, why I gotta stop using it as an excuse to not try to find like-minded people because we have like-minded people. We just
I agree.
gotta find them and do what it is that we're supposed to be doing. That's it. So that's why I'm at with it.
I literally had this conversation with my brother. And whenever he comes across 100 acres or whatever, he sends it to us. The price. He's already got his real estate thing going.
Is what?
Real estate.
Mm.
My sister just got into it too.
With real estate?
Well, yeah. And then he was telling me he was trying to talk to his daughter about if she wasn't interested in getting into it. Basically, the whole labor market is in flux. We don't know what it's going to look like in a second. A lot of people are going to be out of jobs, and a lot of people getting replaced by AI.
Did we stop talking about that strike really quick? What
The
happened?
strike ended really quick.
Did it? Did they get what they want?
Yes, they did. It
What?
ended in a day.
No. What that tell you?
Yeah,
No. What does it tell you?
that them bonding together and doing what they had to do had
Leverage.
power.
The people have the leverage, and they keep making you. They keep making you believe that you don't have it.
Yeah.
People have the power. Not only that, that also shows you what how important they were. Yo, the
Yeah.
one that stood the tallest out to me during that Cat Williams interview in January, and I remember watching it, talking to you on the phone. Actually, like it was like snowing and shit.
Mm.
And I was delivering. I don't know what the hell I was delivering. I did deliver something. Um, and he said, "You don't know how powerful you are, but they do." And that's to me like is like the universal. The video I did last night. I didn't, and I haven't had the time or the energy to really do a video the way I want to. But I did it last night when the topic that I discussed was really good and how capitalism and colonialism are like one and the same, and how we kind of
Mm.
don't know how we're slaves to empire, but everything we do is is everything we do comes at the exploitation of someone else. You're on your phone, where you eat your food, how you eat your food, the stuff that's being built. And that's all a result of neocolonialism. That's all a result of capitalism. And that's all a result of capitalism having really, really staunch ideology and how it defends itself. And it does so with violence every time, without fail. And you see how the is on the House of Cards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you when you see them saying, "Yo, we got like a 50 or 60% raise over a certain amount of time," something crazy like that.
65%.
Something like crazy like that.
65% raise.
Got it because it was like we are important. We know how important we are. We need to leverage it. And this shit pisses me off about black people because of black people. If we all said, let's come up with three different things, just three things. We can come up
Mm-hmm.
with three different, and on those three things, what we do is we say, "Hey, yo, it could be maybe not make reparations a thing because I feel like how it's going to the layout of it is trash, but at least get it on the bill to be voted on because then that way we know who's for us and who's not, right? So let's get a committee together to actually come up with a good reparations plan. Let's get complete police reform. Let's start to, and I don't like the I don't like the term defund the police because it meant something else. But refund, um, I don't know. I can't come up with a slogan right now, but maybe not defund the police, but let's reorganize police funding and get more people to deal with mental health and crisis de-escalation and stuff like that, crisis management, because that's why people with mental health issues be getting shot. Like they shot that lady in her fucking house, yo. They
Yeah.
murdered that lady in her fucking house. And when something like that happens, he got a pension. Guess how we paying that off? Stop coming out of the taxpayer's pocket. We can do that. Those are two things right there. Number three, the government has to invest in perpetually poor neighborhoods. That's in the south side of Chicago. That's in the South Bronx. That's in Compton, East LA. That's certain parts of Atlanta, Detroit, Miami.
Oh,
No,
are
we
you
need.
further? Oh,
She was talking about opportunity zones. This chick. We need more of the opportunity zones. We need opportunities to get our kids to grow. Spaces that we can actually get development to get kids off the street. Because for years, I've seen preventative action actually works to get kids out of gangs. And if you get them out of the gangs and out of the street and out of selling drugs and show that there's another way, guess what happens? Opportunity grows in those areas, and guess what happens? Now you have people who want to move back into their neighborhoods because they're not afraid of getting robbed because now they're doing good. Like,
gangs are only a replacement for community.
so if we can get those three things, we all can agree to that as black people. Somebody gonna say, nah, fuck that. Then you're not with the group. But those three things, you gotta at least agree with one of those three things. If we can get those three things and say, all right, this is what we all consistently agree on together.
Yeah.
If we can't get a person to vote for us, I mean that want our vote, and say they're going to do these three things and show us a detailed plan how, and it's not implemented on the first, if you don't do it on the day we want you to do it, first 90 days in office, it got to get done, then your whole party's done for come midterm election. Now, out of spite, we're not running anybody. And then we start getting our own coalitions of political parties together so that we may not need one party to run, but we come together as a coalition to say, all right, this coalition has 65% of the black vote. What you about to do for it? Oh, guess what? Oh, now we run for the third party. And truth be told, the week before last, I had the video of the vice president or the vice president candidate for the Green Party. I fuck with them. Like, I looked at their policies and shit. Some
No
of it,
facts.
I'm just like, oh, this is what it should be.
I've
I'm
been
not picking
independent.
lesser two evils. I don't want to pick nobody evil.
Yeah.
It's just stressful, yeah. Oh, I fucking hate this country. I don't hate the country. No, all right, I'll give it a good example. This country reminds me of the job that I had one time. I hated it, right? You're on the phone every day. You're talking to these people. They're not giving you no bonuses. You can make all the sales in the world. You don't get no bonus, but you give you hourly wage. They was real hard on overtime. I feel like they didn't offer us like health insurance like a year and a half after we was there, and then they were like racist to like black people. Unless you was like a company man and you was black, you could not move up. You could not move up in that company. And all the bullshit. All the bullshit. I'm just like, I like, and now at some point I started to realize that they were doing stuff to fail on purpose. I'm just like, what are y'all doing? Like, y'all
Yeah,
have
this don't sound like some ish that I go through.
check this out. I love I'm still friends with people. I texted a dude today that I used to work with, like, yo, I got this business opportunity. What you think? He's like, I'm with it. Let's do it. I'm still friends with people that I used to work with. I still contact people. We still in each other inboxes, text each other and shit. Meet up every once in a while for like a little fake reunion shit. And we started working there together 13 years ago. We all still cool.
Yeah.
Of the people at that job. That's how I feel about America. I love the people. I love Americans. I meet Americans every day. I love the fact that it's a melting pot. I love the fact that I can actually have a conversation and say fuck all the presidential candidates and not go to jail the next day. Like, I love those parts of America. Listen,
Yeah.
I may not like the agenda that the LGBT community or the people who've co-opted it are for, But I love the fact that they're able to express themselves, because there's some African countries that I want to move to that if you gay, they're not with it. And I think that's not fair.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen a company destroy itself and want to go out of business and make excuses along the way while doing it. And I see this country doing that. I hate the government that hates
Valid.
the country. It's like
Valid.
y'all failing on purpose.
And just like those companies have examples in like Fortune 500 companies and success stories, so we have examples of fixing the problems we have in other countries around the world. And it's just like, so
You're gonna do the opposite.
the prison rate is still what it is. Like, it has nothing to do with unskilled slave labor. I mean, like slave labor, slave labor. Like,
yo, why do they keep saying that? That's a
we
lie.
just going to just ignore that y'all privatizing everything is ruining our country.
But whoa. I didn't bring this up yesterday, but I'm going to bring this up on a future episode before we get to the election. All right. So one of the things that we talked about yesterday, or I talked about yesterday, was how we have a political democracy. Now we can debate that. I have my own theories on that. I always tell people all the time, how do you believe all this shit is rigged, but somehow Trump got elected? Anyway, I digress. What he said is that we don't have economic democracy. So herein lies the problem. I can say capitalism all day. But capitalism is not a democracy. Capitalism is what I say go. So if the more I privatize things, the less rights you have. Guess why that was popular in Germany in the 1930s? Guess why? So fascism, fam.
Yeah.
People think fascism is just people walking down with high boots and doing this shit and saluting head. That's not what fascism is. There is no difference between corporate and state. That's what fascism is. If 90%
facts
of all of what Congress passes is to satisfy the corporatocracy and the top 1% of people,
and it's all in mesh. Everyone's on everyone's board. There's so much conflict of interest. Every single panel, every single financial board, all of our politicians, all the lobbying, bruh.
Now you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I love my people, and I speak to people all over the country every day. I'm talking about I be talking to like old white ladies in Texas, old white men in Arkansas, and they love me, yo. And they know I'm black. Cause I may not speak like this, but I don't code switch anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna use slang all the time because, like, yo, I heard this dude say today. He said, I used to work with a guy. The guy used to always say, "Fix his face," and I didn't know what it meant. But then I thought he meant that I was ugly. But now I knew that it meant like smile because nobody was smiling, and I loved him for it. And I was like, that was the whitest answer I've ever fucking heard in my fucking life. and I was listening to this shit. I really wanted to interject, like, bro, how many black friends do you have, bro?
None, not a single one.
Not one.
Not a soul. But that's not unusual.
Oh man.
That's not unusual.
You know what? I still love that about America because no matter, he worked with nothing but black people and still is siloed somehow. Right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, cool. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I tell you, man.
Even in black heavy companies, the white people still find themselves in rooms with white people.
I mean, it's a thing. I don't fuck up with white people. Like, I've never done that. And unless that's a lie. Cause I hung out with everybody, white, Chinese, whatever.
Yeah.
I gravitate to those who I know share similar culture. It doesn't matter what you are. So like one of the white guys that I'm cool with at that place that gives me money, he so like his playlist is better than the black people and the Puerto Rican people playlist.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I listen to this music, I'll be Shazam and shit like, well, that was fire. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I fuck with him. He play ball. Like even though he's Jewish and shit, like, and he's hard. Like, I'm out at 4 o'clock, nigga, on a Friday. Sabbath is over. I respect that, but I'm more in line culturally with him than anybody else. That's
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean. So I
Yeah.
can talk. We get it. We can laugh at the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
That matters. And I tell people that all the time. Culture matters more than race, because if I'm in a group full of bourgeoisie black people and there's a bunch of white people that's like, nigga, we over here listening to J. Cole and Kendrick, like, what you trying to do? Guess where I'm going? I'm not in the mood to listen to jazz, nigga. I'm about to do my. I mean,
That
yeah.
reminds me, I have to go get my wop 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 shirt. I keep forgetting.
So I don't know, man. I feel like America, and this is been stressing me out a lot lately. I just feel like America is just like on the bad path, man. Like I just feel like it's going downhill, and not by accident. And so, that's what I wanted to say that you said. You just like, how come it's all these things that we could do that are right, and somehow we still F it up? 3 things America could do right: decriminalize all drugs, and make and build government centers for people who have substance abuse problems to reacclimate, to try to get them clean, and if not, they have a place to do drugs in the
But the
place.
government are drug dealers.
We are we are talking hypothetical at this point. Oh, do you want to hear something though? How about since we left Afghanistan, opium around the world is down 125%. And you know what that made me think? That made me think the only reason why we really left Afghanistan is because there's so much fentanyl around the world, they don't need the opium anymore. Because you could make fentanyl synthetically.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's nasty work, yo.
Guys, whoever's watching this didn't know that. Yes, the
That's
CIA
really nasty work.
the CIA was selling. You can all right. So I watched this guy who was like, he wrote a book. He's writing a book on this, and I forget. I can't remember the name. I got it saved somewhere. But anyway, in the book, he was saying that a lot of the reason why the Taliban came into power is to try to stop the opioid sale. You don't have to like their methods of how they did it, but they are fundamental Islamists who you're not supposed to do drugs or drink.
It's
So
haram.
you got to get that shit out of my country. America came in, pushed them back, and the shit went up 100 and it went up whatever, like it's a crazy percentage. America leaves and it drops 125%. And when they left, like last year, 2 years ago, 125%. Open around the world. Gone.
Did you hear about TD? Is it TD Bank being investigated?
Who?
Yeah, it's TD Bank. They fined. Just got fined billions of dollars. I think they got fined $3 billion for their participation in not investigating money laundering
That's not. You know what?
and
Listen,
facilitating
hold on, y'all. I'm
the
actually gonna.
money laundering.
I'm gonna Google this real quick. Let me move the camera so I'm smaller than it. Can I do that? I don't know if I can do that. All right. So I'm gonna Google this real quick. Just while we on here, I'm gonna Google um money laundering, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bank guilty since 2005. Let's see.
Yes,
Oh,
TD Bank. Yeah,
I just seen TD Bank in 2005.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They've been doing it for 20 years.
Wait, that shit is so wild.
That's
That
it.
was the first one that popped up. 2005, TD Bank. Like, nigga, what?
Yeah, three. Yeah,
I'm still in '05.
and the
Riggs,
first article is
Riggs
Department of
Bank.
Justice. The second one is New York Times.
Yes, Riggs Bank. Like, this is a thing, fam. What bank? It's ADCBJ Bank. You ain't never heard of that bank before. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, I watched
Anywho,
this guy give a lecture, bro, and he was just like, and I've been saying this for a long time. And I actually wanted to do a whole episode on this. When the incentive is negative, that's why we see bad people in high positions, yo.
yeah, like work. Yeah, work. Yeah, everybody want to be a little crab lord.
That shit is crazy, yo. That shit is so
This
crazy.
is not triggering to you. You're not a little triggered by this conversation. I'm a little triggered by this conversation.
I'm having this conversation because I'm triggered.
Constantly, I'm constantly in a spiral.
Constantly.
Constantly.
And I'm telling you, man.
South America sounds better and better. Actually, anywhere. I haven't been enough places. I need to find more places. I'm
Yo,
still, letting the ex-husband figure it out.
we might need to like actually.
They like black people over there? You don't say.
Listen, I've seen people on YouTube full on learn Spanish and move to like Bolivia and Colombia and like living their best fucking life.
You ain't got full on learn. You think the people come here, they know? Go to Zoni.
Nigga.
Take your little money.
The netto, yeah, see. This nigga,
That's gonna be me.
Yeah, OD, man. So anyway, yeah, this system is trash, and I feel like personally, like my life is getting back on track a little bit. I talked with my god sister today, and as I was talking to her, I was like, yeah, I'm way more clear minded than I was like 2 weeks ago. Like I feel like every week I get out of where I was, I just feel more clear, and I hate the fact that it does have something to do with money.
It does.
It does, but wasn't just the money. It was
I suffer greatly.
I know where it comes from. Like
I suffer greatly when you suffer greatly.
right? But no, when you're a solo entrepreneur, sometimes you don't know how you're getting it. Like sometimes, you know what I mean. So when you actually get blessed with some bread, you kind of scared to spend it because it's like shit. In 3 months, it's short. So
This lack mentality is like self-facilitating.
I mean, yeah, but I'm also just talking about the entrepreneur because when I got a job, like I'm usually good with that. And I haven't been.
Legit.
I've been without a safety net for like 2-3 years, like three. I've been had that little job for a little while, being a peer support. But outside of that, for the last 5 years, I've been like no safety net. It's just been me making it work. And I was like, nah, I need a little help. Let's get back on track because I can see the shit.
Did you just say the H word?
Yes. How you say it in Spanish? Ayuda. Right?
Ayúdame. You said the H word. I'm so proud of you.
Don't be drawing attention to shit.
That's right there next to the L word.
What L word?
Love, nigga, love.
I say that all the time. Maybe I don't like the way you say it back. But anyway.
I'm not saying about me.
But no. Yeah.
You said I don't like the way you say it back. I fucking can't.
I need a help. So I got some help. And I feel like I'm about to be like, all right, I'm not up, but I'm caught up. That matters a fucking lot. Like, oh, everything is on time this month? Hot damn. We good.
Now and then you go off and buy plots of land, and then we end up in the same situation.
Well, we buy plots of land, and all we got to do is pay off the taxes. Ain't that some bullshit? You buy land and say you own it, but if you don't pay, I've seen people lose like
everything
out of houses because they couldn't afford taxes because their tax go up based on the appraisal of your home.
Of course, you know what my mama house go for. You know that had to take some adjustment from my grandmother purchasing it for like 30K.
Your grandmother bought that house when? In the 70s?
Maybe a little earlier than that.
So think about that.
50 years.
And you just keep raising the property taxes.
Yep.
Like, oh, now your mortgage, you good.
Them 5 digits.
In New York State, if somebody forecloses on you, you can go and get a one-shot deal for that. A lot of people don't know that. You get a one-shot deal for your mortgage. Let you owe property taxes. Ain't no one-shot deal for that, nigga. You will come to a padlock on your door. Like, what? And they'll sell your house and you still living in it, nigga. You ain't even know. That's crazy.
That's just one way to lose it.
Just one. I'm just. You know how to remember that show?
You already know what we're going through. So.
1,000 ways that you lose your house, nigga.
That's crazy.
The rain.
Shit is nuts. Anyways, I feel like I was better before. Before this conversation, my only problem was I was tired.
Outside?
Tired.
Oh,
It was just that I was tired.
You carrying the weight of America on your back. The Captain America shield and shit. Like, shit is heavy. Shit is heavy. You know, we got this election, what, in like 3 weeks?
Yeah. In fact, I got my, I requested an early voting ballot this year.
It should be a fucking holiday. That's how you know they don't give a fuck about you.
Indeed. I can't do this. I can't do this with you.
What?
I don't think I wasn't prepared to have this conversation.
You about to go hard? Go ahead, go crazy.
I'm not. I refuse. I don't. I'm overwhelmed. I'm not. I know. I can't have this conversation with you.
Listen, it should be a fucking
Go
holiday.
off, Playboy.
Election day should be a 4-day weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. No. Yeah, Friday.
Like I said, I got my mail-in ballot because I end up working on election day all the fucking time, and I can't get off. So I look like I'm gonna have to do.
No, we allow in New York early voting, so you can vote before election day.
That's what I said. I got it sent. I got my ballot already sent to my.
Okay, no, I'm saying you can mail in early. I mean, you can do it earlier than, but it doesn't have to be mail in. They're gonna have some stations open. I don't know where and how. I didn't.
Yes, yeah, I know.
I did.
Just getting me anywhere.
Right.
It's hard to.
I know.
Coordinate. So.
I know.
I'll be like, yeah, I'll go on my day off and vote, and then I get stranded somewhere.
It should be 4 days: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then on Tuesday we reveal who the president is. That's how it should be. Simple. Election weekend, everybody off, schools closed, nobody can work that weekend unless you like. If you are in public service, like you, somebody from MTA, doctors, hospitals, you still have 1 day out of those 4 days you can go and fucking vote. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you're mandated to have one of those 4 days off. Like, these are very, very simple fixes that the government can do. Very simple. Stop giving niggas. You know, I can't even say Columbus Day anymore because
but they're gonna put something into place where a random person can have challenged your citizenship and have your name removed from the polling list while they systematically shut down polling stations in all Black neighborhoods. Man, fuck them, yo.
That should be like, it should be like, there should be
Georgia. Fuck Georgia. Georgia and Texas is on some shit, yo.
Always. Oh, I was just talking about them fucking red ass states. But
and Florida.
It should be
that's why they keep getting hit. Karma is like boom.
You know they say that in Africa, right?
Huh?
They say that in Africa.
What do you mean?
That's why hurricanes always go from east to west. It is to punish you. Is to punish them. Yeah, it's crazy, right? They say that. They say hurricanes.
I was legit wondering about that because the insurance companies aren't insuring people's houses anymore. So I was like, do other countries, like, does Europe experience tornadoes and hurricanes?
Well, they're called cyclones. Depending on and what's the other one? There's 3 names for them. Cyclone. What's the other one, yo?
Tornadoes and hurricanes?
No, not tornadoes. Tornado is the funnel thing that's caused by a low pressure system. Is a hurricane, typhoon. Hurricane, typhoon, and cyclone. I think a cyclone is like in the Pacific Ocean. A hurricane is the Atlantic Ocean, and the typhoon is like Indian Ocean.
I mean, they have their own stuff out there, like they get tsunamis and shit, but
that's not the same. So
yeah, I know it's not the same. I'm just saying, like, do other places get the natural disasters that we get? I don't think they do.
I mean, they get all that shit too, like depending on where you are, but it's worse because of where they are in the fault line. But a hurricane is a hurricane, but believe it or not, hurricanes spin they don't always spin. I think our
Yeah,
hurricane
but below the
they spin
equator, they spin the opposite direction.
right. So I think if it's in, I could be wrong. Somebody fact check me. If it's in the Atlantic Ocean, is a hurricane. If it's in the Pacific Ocean, it's like a cyclone, and if it's in the Indian Ocean, it's a typhoon. So, or around the Indian Ocean. So Indian Ocean, you talking about typhoons hit India, they hit like Indonesia, shit like that. And but Europe can get hit with a hurricane. It depends on how the pressure system is. I have seen hurricanes come almost hit New York back like in the 90s and then go back out and almost go to like Europe. So it can happen. It just has to have the right conditions, and the planet is not like that right now. So,
Okay.
but it does happen, and yeah, so I feel like domestically, it's very America doesn't have to do a lot. Like it's just not a lot. Yo, you know what I really want to do? And I might talk to you about this too, because you like doing research and shit. So Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was on Joe Rogan's show maybe a year or two ago. And, he talked about him running for president and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
He talked a lot about his dad. And he talked a lot about JFK.
Mm-hmm.
And he was young when he was Kanye. He was like young when like his JFK died, but he was like maybe like a teenager when his dad died, like 13, 14, something like that. And as he was saying some of the stuff that, why JFK was killed, and I always say this to people, there's nothing major that happens in this country without like 360 reasons why it happened. Like there's 150 reasons that you don't even see. There's probably another 75 that you're like, it could be that. And then like another like 30 that you're like, And then the other like 35 is like, nah. And I feel like we could talk about like a lot of stuff domestically, but globally, after JFK died, and a lot of people don't know this, but a lot of the CIA merged with the mob. Like they merged with organized crime. Because the mob wasn't like when they started getting like, what's his name? John Gotti and shit, those are still street thugs. They were organized, but they were still street thugs. We talking about the Lucky Lefty or Lucky Luciano and all them guys. Like, they wasn't just street thugs. They were actually like having casinos and all. Them niggas, they merged. They also merged with the remnants of the Nazi Party. And if I show you what the world that the Nazis wanted to create and what it looked like now, it's not dissimilar. And you're like, how does this make sense? And then you think, because they killed JFK. But JFK was saying, like, yo, why would we want to do war in all these countries? Like, help me figure this out. Doesn't make sense. What we should be doing is building up these other countries. Think about it. America with all this money, all this military might, we can go into Ghana, Benin, Togo, the whole western part of Africa right there and say, yo, we're going to help you build your cities. We're going to help you build high-speed rail from city to city to city to city. We're going to help you with your immigration process so y'all all can like network together. We're going to help you build your ports. And we're going to teach you how to maintain everything, but we're going to have American people to come and build it so that these American people could get money in their pocket. You go over there for a year, you make $500,000, you come back, oh my God, I'm rich. Now the economy over here does better. Now, everybody in those 4 countries that just named are like, yo, I'm fucking with the Americans. Now it's built up over there. Now we want to go on vacation to these places because everything is being built up and nobody's being exploited. And your dollar's good over there. Their money can spend over here. So when shit hit the fan, they're gonna want to have our back. Nah, we're not gonna do it that way. We're gonna assassinate your president, install the dictator, punish all the people. And then when the dictator get put on or too powerful, we got to kill him or go to war because now he's a terrorist, i.e. Saddam Hussein. You know what I mean? What the fuck? So now you have 2 generations of people who hate your country and wonder why when they create something like BRICS or something like that, they're like, oh, I'm about to hear some. Fuck y'all niggas. Because now they can finally stand up to the bully. That's just bro, but guess who moved like that? Who moved like that? Davinia? The mob. Am I lying? Or does the mob not move like that? Ooh, nice store you got here. It'd be a shame if somebody came in here and fucked it up.
Knocked a couple of these windows out.
You dig what I'm
That
saying?
is fire.
Man, we move like we the mob. Why? Because we the mob. We set policies in place like it's a Nazi regime because it's a reminiscence of the Nazi regime. We have laws that are becoming more fascist because a lot of people don't even know this. In the 30s, they tried to do a coup. The fascist party in America, they wanted to do a coup. And you think they just went away? We did Project Paperclip and got all the Nazis over here. You think that? Look at Winter Soldier. Watch that movie. Marvel movie.
Watch
Documentary.
it again.
Documentary. Watch it with new eyes. Watch it with new eyes. You're gonna be like, oh shit, this is what's happening right now. Project Paperclip. You think they ain't sneak through? Like, oh nah, we're gonna create our ideology here. When they found out they was losing that war, they went all over the world. And now look where we at. People ain't ready for this conversation, boy.
I already told you I wasn't ready for this conversation.
Conversation go deep. But other than that, I'm good.
Other than that,
Yeah.
I'm about to go drink. Other than that, you know.
Other than that,
Yeah.
crazy. Hold on.
Great time for New York sports.
Look at that.
How about them Yankees?
Yo, did they win last night?
Huh?
Did they win?
I don't know.
Alexa,
I'm at work.
score of the Yankees game. Damn, is that bad? Alexa, what was the score of the Yankees game?
Yesterday, in Game 2 of the ALCS, the New York Yankees beat the Cleveland Guardians 6-3. The Yankees lead the series 2-0.
We up 2-0.
I get my scores from your NYC.
So that's fun. That's also how I know what's going on. I'll be oh shit.
Your NYC got me coming for all what's important in New York City.
It's funny cause right. I be wanting the Yankees to win because I love the Yankees from the Bronx. But the traffic that shit caused, I be like, they still playing? Fuck. Yo, traffic be OD. At nighttime, be all them drunk white boys under the train. Yo, man.
Yeah, I'm affected by that. They all be on top of they all go take the Long Island Railroad, or they go into Rangers games, or even the Bills game. We have had people, they still going home.
Right, I forgot about that. Alexa, what's the score of the Mets game? They still playing, right?
The New York Mets are trailing the Los Angeles Dodgers 2-0 in the top of the 5th inning. With 2 outs and 1 on, Luis Severino is pitching to Matt.
Damn, Matt updates.
The count is 3-2.
All right, well, the Mets is losing. But at least they're in the championship, the NL championship. But anyway, that's it for me. Anything else you want to add to it? Probably make you go drink even more?
No, you made me depressed now. It's your fault.
I'll make it up to you.
Lies. Lies. I'm going to start off next week's episode with lies because you're lying.
But lie because I'm lying. 2 more will make it
You're
right.
lying. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to say lies again to reiterate that nothing will happen between today and next week that will make it up to me.
Yeah, but that don't mean I won't try. You just want to accept.
Whatever. No. No, you know that's not what I mean. Bye.
She about to check the goalpost. I already know how you do.
Whatever.
All right. Love you guys. See, I said that word. See you guys next week.
We'll be back next week with a real episode.
With a topic, and niggas won't be on it all day.
Not just Devon ranting for 40 minutes. Doom scrolling. Bye.
Later.